Hi, Julie Roussel here on this wacky Wednesday night where you never know what the topic's going to be. Hey, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining in right before Memorial Day weekend. I know we're all hurrying, trying to get everything done. As always, asking questions and sharing what I've learned in the hope that it helps you. So please feel free to comment or share the video with anyone you think it might help. So hey, we're Cindy. Great to see ya. Hopefully we'll get to run into each other again soon. But we're coming up on Memorial Day weekend, and how many people have plans to soak up the sun? If you do, would you do me a favor and put the raised hand emoji in the thread? And there's a reason I ask questions, as always, but the reason I ask is how many people plan to apply sunscreen while you're out? How many didn't even consider it? Well, you need to. I wanted to pop on tonight real quick just to remind everyone that it is Melanoma and Skin Cancer Awareness Month. And it's something that I'm very passionate about because I have a family history of it, as well as a lot of friends that have been recently diagnosed with skin cancer. Hey, Cindy. Awesome sun-soaking plans. But I want to help keep you and your family's skin protected from skin cancer. So I wanted to be real quick tonight and share with you 3 important facts you probably didn't know about skin cancer, as well as the top 5 places you probably forgot to apply it, and just a few simple sunscreen tips. So just a couple quick facts. Number 1 in 5 people develop skin cancer. So if you can count 5 people on your hand, 1 of them will develop skin cancer in their lifetime. 2, 90% of melanoma is linked to UV radiation. Hey, Linda, so great to see you. Thanks, hon. 3rd one, everyone, regardless of your race, your gender, your ethnicity, even your skin type, you are at risk for skin cancer. Yes, Allison too. Lotion her up good. You are at risk, no matter what. And there are just some top 5 places that I bet you didn't know about that sometimes I didn't even remember. And I found out in a very painful way that you need to remember those places. The first one, right on the top of your head where your scalp is, if you happen to have a cowlick or a part like I do, or even for those people who are kind of tending to be bald on the top or thinning hair, those are some of the easiest places to get burned and some of the hardest places to realize that you could possibly have some risk for skin cancer. And I know this because it happened to my dad. He had a rather large patch on the top of his head that was removed, fortunately. But again, it's something to keep an eye on. And it is very painful. I don't know if you've ever done that, but if you've ever burned your scalp and it peels for like days and it burns, so I don't recommend not putting sunscreen there. One of the other places, ears. You know, if you're someone like me and you're wearing your hair down a majority of the time, that ends up protecting your ears. But for guys and a lot of people with shorter hair, or if your hair happens to be up, you know, any part of the front or the sides, even right behind your ear, those are very delicate areas that can get burned quite easily if you happen to forget to put sunscreen in that area. And those are some of the most common areas, and I know this again because I had several friends that recently had some right along the sides of their ears, had those skin patches removed. So third one, lips. That's right, your lips actually can get burned. Now, if you didn't know that, now if you're wearing lipstick, sometimes that does protect you, but you want to throw on some lip shield or chapstick, because if you've ever had your lips burned, they crack and they peel and it is extremely painful. So I don't recommend going without some sort of chapstick. 4th place, the hands. Because a lot of our hands are exposed the same amount of time as our faces throughout the year. And it's one of the places that most people neglect when it comes to applying sunscreen. And a lot of people wonder why they start getting age spots on their hands. That's why. Hey, RC, long time, bud. Nice to see ya. Hanging in there. But as I was saying, these are some of the hands are some of the biggest areas that you can receive a lot of skin. So I just can't even talk. I'm sorry. I haven't had any wine. Anytime, Cindy. But like I was saying, you can get skin cancer and age spots on your hands just as easily. And the last part, your feet. So if you happen to be wearing flip-flops, sandals, boat shoes, whether you're out with the family or on the boat, whatever, you can get those burned. And I can't tell you how painful that is too when you have to wear shoes because it's still kind of chilly for the next couple days. So yeah, don't forget those little spaces in between your toes. And no, I'm not showing you my toes either. You don't need to see that. But just a few basic sunscreen tips real quick. So you want to apply your sunscreen every 2 hours. You know, sooner if you've been swimming or sweating a lot. You want to make sure if you check the expiration date at the top or on the back side so that it's not expired, because otherwise you get Zippo. And as I can tell you from my own experience, if you're using sunscreen that's expired, you get no protection, get burned, and have, you know, dark patches growing on your face. Not a fun time. Next thing, you want to make certain that it's UVA, UVB, as well as SPF 30. Those are what's recommended by the Skin Cancer Foundation, and I will be putting the link to there in the comments below when I turn off the video, just so that you can have that for your own reference if you need it. Last but not least, sun protection. Shades, hats, cover-ups, whatever you need, a little bit is a good thing. So I hope these few tips that I popped on with will help keep you and your family protected over the holiday and in the future. So if you found these tips helpful, please leave a comment or share the video with anyone you think it might help. So if you're not sure which type of sunscreen to use, shoot me a PM and I'll make some recommendations for you real quick. So this weekend, and every weekend, when you're out soaking up the sun with your family and friends, don't forget to apply your sunscreen, especially in those top 5 forgotten areas. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I'll catch you later.